Welcome once again to this channel. My name is Apostle Dr. Ofori-Kuragu, and it's always a pleasure coming your way, because I know that anytime I interact with you, mutually we share blessings, and I trust that today blessings galore will just gallivant between the two of us. I want to continue with the fourth part of this exciting series. I trust that you have been blessed. When you see what they can't see, the fourth part, and the main text is from 1 Samuel chapter number 16, verse number 7, from the NKJV version. But the Lord said to Samuel, "Do not look at his appearance or at his physical stature, because I refuse him. For the Lord does not see as man sees. For man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart." You know, generally, when you see what others can see, it gives you a clear advantage over them. So leveraging or using what you see to your advantage can be of immense benefit and advantage to you in most situations. I believe you all heard about Mike Tyson. As a teenager, he was on the downward slope to destruction. By age 13, he was into drugs and had been arrested 38 times. Just imagine a 13-year-old boy having failed the law for 38 times. But a certain elderly man called Kus D'Amato saw in the raw and unpolished Mike Tyson what others could not see. You know, people saw the 13-year-old Mike Tyson as somebody who was on the slope to death. He was somebody who was consigned to disgrace. But Kus D'Amato saw something in him. He took him home as his legal guardian, and the boxing trainer boosted Mike Tyson's confidence. He honed and he sharpened his boxing skills, and he changed his mentality to think of himself as a little god. So, under the guidance of Kus D'Amato, Mike Tyson won 37 consecutive boxing fights and became the youngest heavyweight boxing champion at age 20. Though Kus D'Amato did not live to see Mike Tyson beat Trevor Berbick to win the World Heavyweight Boxing Championship, the title that Tyson won, he dedicated it to him. In fact, many people are of the view that if Kus D'Amato had lived long enough, Mike Tyson in later life would not have gone through the problem that he went through. You know, the fact is that Kus D'Amato saw what others could not see in Mike Tyson. Others saw him as a young criminal, but he saw him as a raw, talented, uncut, polished boxing dynamite, and that is what he trained up to be. There was this government official called Norman Pitt. You know, when Usain was quite young, he was hyperactive and had a condition called scoliosis. That's a medical condition which curved the bones to the side. No, Norman Pitt, who was quite a generous man, took over from Bolt at a tender age. He exposed him to trainers and medics, and because he saw in the same Bolt what others could not see in him, Bolt became an 8-time Olympic gold medalist, 11-time world athletics champion, and the only person to win the Olympic champions in 100 meters and 200 meters in 3 consecutive Olympic Games. You know, the common factor between Mike Tyson and Usain Bolt boils down to the fact that some elderly persons saw in these youngsters what several people could not see in them. They looked only on the outward appearance, but these elderly men looked deep inside and saw raw, untapped potential waiting to be done. You know, in today's text, Samuel was sent by God to anoint one of the sons of Jesse as king to replace Saul. Saul resorted to the use of a human criteria in his assignment. So when he saw the children of Saul, Jesse come one by one, he said, "Oh, wow, this is the king." He saw as king what all others saw, but God corrected him. and declared that, Samuel, you are looking as a man, but I, God, I see what you can see. So when all the sons of Jesse had lined up and none of them appeared to have measured up to his standard, God asked Samuel to prompt Jesse, are these your only children? So no, the young one is in the wilderness. So said that wait until he comes. In fact, Samuel was seen as a man was seen. It's quite frightening to think that the world would have missed David if Samuel had been left to have seen things the way man saw. But thank God that God saw from a different perspective. Come to think about the world without a David, all these psalms will have gone somewhere. Have you thought about the several young guys around who have been condemned because nobody saw something better in them? People saw David, said that no, he can't be king. But God does not see as men see. That is why the world rewards those who train themselves to see beyond the surface. They see the future potential, not the current problems. So this class of people are not normal persons. They are called experts, consultants, think tanks, and what have you. They identify the potential in situations which are not so clear to the ordinary eye. Thus, a medical doctor will look you in the eye or feel your pulse and see what others can see in you, and he charges you for that. You send your case to a lawyer, he will look at the case and you see what you can see and he charge you for that. So the world rewards those who can see what others are not seeing. So when you come to him and he sees what you can see, he charges you for that. Beloved, remain in the realm of seeing what all others can see will not get you far. Let me repeat. When you remain in the realms of seeing what every other person sees, cannot get you far. You can only climb higher and higher if you grow up to see much deeper in the field in which you are. You may not always be right, but when the decisions are always based on what others see, then you are in trouble. For those who want to marry and they only see the external beauty, education, status, money, but they fail to see the inner character, may be for surprises. Learn one thing for sure, that in this world, the valuable things are mostly hidden. And it takes great effort to reach out to them. It takes great pains to locate gold or crude oil and to even benefit from them. It is easier for you to get the pebbles and the sand around the street. But those who can see the hidden gold and the crude oil, they are the ones who are up on the top of the ladder. Beloved, the more you train yourself to see what others can see, you benefit from the potential that others may not enjoy. Focus on hidden potential. Strive to see beyond the problems people pose to you currently. Program yourself to see beyond the current. Break out of that shell of making all your decisions based on seeing from the surface alone. As you get deeper behind the veil, where the potential is, you will never regret. God saw in David what Samuel could not see. And when God saw in David what Samuel and others could not see, the world became richer, because a King David, a Psalmist David, a prophet David blessed the world more than his other brethren. Beloved, when you see what others can see, make sure you leverage on it and let the blessings of that advantage place you above. My prayer with you today is that, Lord, I ask for grace not to settle for only things that I might see alone. Open my eyes to see the unseen riches and blessings and potentials around me, and use it to raise me to the next level. Shalom. May God bless you. Amen.